Today, we're diving into a major development in the automotive world. Volkswagen, the second largest automaker, is shutting down 2 of its factories in Germany, would be first in its 87 years history. A decision like this doesn't just affect the company, it has huge implications for workers, communities, and the global car industry. It will break the decades-old promise of job security for workers. Let's break down what's happening, why it's happening, and what it means moving forward. First off, let's talk about the closure itself. Volkswagen announced that they will be closing 2 of their major factories in Germany, one in Emden and another in Hanover, by the end of the year. This comes as quite a surprise, especially considering Volkswagen's long-standing role as a pillar of the German automotive industry. These plants have been crucial to Volkswagen's operations for decades, producing popular models like the Passat and the ID, Buzz electric van. So why are these factories closing, and what does it mean for the employees and the surrounding regions? There are a couple of key reasons why Volkswagen is making this move. First, the global automotive industry is undergoing a massive shift, especially toward electric vehicles, EVs. While Volkswagen is making strong strides in EV production, they're also dealing with slumping sales for traditional combustion engine vehicles. Secondly, supply chain disruptions, especially for semiconductors, have caused delays and production bottlenecks across the industry. With high inflation, rising costs, and fewer sales, VW decided it's more financially sound to shut down these plants. Lastly, there's stiff competition from EV giants like Tesla and emerging players from China, and it is grappling with profit margin due to these, which is forcing legacy automakers like Volkswagen to rethink their production strategy. Now let's not forget the human side of this story. The closure of these 2 factories will result in thousands of job losses. Workers who've dedicated decades of their lives to Volkswagen are now facing uncertainty. Emden and Hanover aren't just industrial hubs, they're towns where generations of families have relied on these jobs. So it's not just about Volkswagen, it's about the livelihoods of entire communities. Volkswagen has promised compensation and support for the workers impacted, but it's still a huge blow for the local economies. So what's next for Volkswagen? Despite these closures, the company is focusing heavily on the future of electric vehicles. The factories being shut down were primarily involved in traditional car production, but Volkswagen is betting big on electric cars as they push towards a more sustainable and tech-driven future. They're investing billions into EV production facilities, including transforming some of their remaining German plants into EV hubs. The question is, can VW adapt fast enough to keep up with the likes of Tesla, BYD, and other EV giants? These closures aren't just a Volkswagen issue, they're part of a larger trend in the global automotive industry. Traditional automakers are finding themselves in a tough spot, balancing the declining demand for combustion engines while ramping up EV production. Volkswagen's decision could signal more closures or restructuring in the future for other companies too. This is a pivotal moment for the entire industry. Who will adapt, who will survive and thrive in this new era of mobility? So, the closure of 2 Volkswagen factories in Germany marks the end of an era, but also the beginning of a new chapter for the company and the automotive world. What do you think? Is Volkswagen making the right move? Could this be a sign of more closures to come? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below.